Bonjour BJD Bitches. This is your girl Nikki dxgirly. This is my channel dxgirly Likes BJDs, where I talk about my experiences with ball jointed dolls. It's been a bit. I think my last video was at the beginning of May, and it's about, we're in mid to late June now. So this is a Dolly Rambles video. I have a lot of stuff to show you, a lot of dolls to show you. Sorry, something fell. It's okay though. I have a lot of dolls to show you, but yeah, it's been a crazy month and a half. So where should I start? Okay, so first of all, I want to apologize for not posting the box openings that I promised in the last video. And the thing that happened that I said might happen happened. I have bad mental health days, and then the dolls come on that day, and I just can't bring myself to wait until everyone goes to bed to film a video. And it's virtually impossible to film a box opening video here during the day. It just isn't. They watch the TV right in this room really loud and are just out and about and talking, and I can't be like, oh, go outside, I want to film a video. That just feels rude to me. So I have to be respectful of other people in the house, but that's why I didn't film a box opening for any of these dolls. Honestly, but especially the ones I promised you guys. I may still do them from now and then, especially because I have some dolls coming in to being delivered to my fiance Jimmy's house, and it would be easier for me to film them over there. But that would be me remembering to bring my tripod over there. So I can't make any promises on box openings, but I will try to update you guys in these Dolly Rambles videos semi-regularly. For this time period, I definitely should have done it before now, because I went crazy. If you follow me on Instagram, you know I went crazy. But if you don't, just buckle up. So I don't even know where to start. So what was I talking about in my last video? I think I was waiting on the dolls I got for my birthday, I think. Yeah, I did. It was the Dollys Nina and the Little Monica, Little Sophia that I was waiting on, that I got for my birthday. Well, obviously those came in, and yeah, I think I'm just gonna not explain tons of stuff and just show you the new dolls, because like I said, there's a ton of them. So because there's not a whole lot of updates other than me showing you their face ups and stuff, because everyone but one that came today has a face up. So but okay, so Dolly's Nina is first. Here she is. So I was unsure about this doll due to her company face up, but I'm kind of glad I got her. She's not super cutesy like a lot of my dolls are, but she's sort of like an odd type of beauty, which I really like about her. She's wearing Tales from the Shrike eyes, or Shrike Aesthetics eyes, and this wig is from Sleepy Sheepy Dreams on Instagram. I'm gonna apologize right now. I don't have my iPad next to me this time, and I got so many dolls in such a short period of time that there is no way I can remember all their names. You guys know I've had trouble with that in the past, and now it's getting to the point where I'm lucky if I remember any of their names. But if you're interested in hearing their names, I will, the link to my Instagram is down below, and I put the username on the screen all the time. But you can find their names over there. I have in my highlights on Instagram, I have a My Dolls highlight, and it sits there and lists every single doll with the name I gave them and their sculpt name. So, but this is my dolly Vanina. She's a cutie. All right. Oh, okay. So, and then this girl I love, and you will find out why as soon as you see her. So this is my little Monica, little Sophia, in caramel skin. And let me show you this resin. Isn't that a beautiful shade? Like, wow. It's even prettier in person. It's coming out kind of washed out. I'm filming on a new phone, by the way. So, and it's kind of washing her out, but she is a beautiful, they call it caramel, their caramel shade, but it looks like a beautiful chocolate shade. They actually do have a shade darker than this, called chocolate, but yeah, this is their caramel shade, and she's a beautiful color. I think I named her Serena, if I'm not mistaken. But she's cute. She's wearing a wig from Stio on Instagram and on Etsy. And her eyes are also from Shrek Aesthetics. Okay, so then I got a bunch of dolls like all at once. Like all in the same shipment. There were a bunch of in-stock dolls at Denver Doll Emporium, and I kind of went crazy. Just be real. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 I got at once. So let me show you them. I got 3 kid Delfs. Let's kid Delfs. And I can't remember what bodies they're on, to be honest with you. This particular body, this is a Kid Delf Basil. And she is on one of the more childlike bodies, the less mature bodies. She has a very small chest and a very wide, thick torso. So she's a cutie. She seemed to get a lot of love when I posted her on Instagram. I've only posted her once, but she seemed to get a lot of love. So I'll have to post her again soon. She's got a cute pastel look, as you can tell. This wig is also from Stio. And these eyes are from Etsy. I think the seller's name is Ursa something. I can't quite remember. But that's her. And Lainey, I think I named her. I think. Okay, and that's her. Let me put her back here without knocking over the camera. Oh. Then we have another Kid Delf. I'll just show you all the Kid Delfs. This is a Kid Delf Muhwa. M-U-H-W-A. And these, the Basil and this Muhwa, they're both in normal skin. And this girl, I don't know how I feel about how her face up turned out. I feel like I went a bit too dark on her, too smoky of an eye, but I don't know. So I may end up redoing her face up at some point. This wig I got secondhand from a friend on Instagram. It's an alpaca wig on sort of like a flexible cap. But this is my kid Delf Muhua. I don't know. She's cute though. She's wearing this dress from Black Carousel BJD. Who actually, did I tell you guys last time that I was able to place another order with Black Carousel BJD in April? And that was actually delivered to Jimmy's address today. So when I see him next week, he's actually away right now in West Virginia visiting his family. He's originally from there. So when I see him on Thursday, when I go up to his house, I will get to open that package. So that's exciting. I'll have to take some pictures on Instagram and stuff of the new clothes. This is this girl. I can't remember what I named her at all. I'm sorry. Now, oh, I was gonna show you the other kid Delf. I got this girl in the real skin brown, which I love. Lutz's or Lutz. I call them Lutz. I think it is Lutz though. Their real skin brown color is so pretty. I used to have a honey Delf in the real skin brown. This girl, who is a kid Delf Jamong, something like that. She actually came with a face up and it was a super cute face up, but I wanted to do my own on her. So I did end up, and it was a really simple face up, and I did end up wiping it and doing my own. This is another wig from Stio. And yeah, she's in their real skin brown color. These eyes are actually the eyes she came with from Lutz. Lutz, when you get the doll from them, they ship them with actually pretty nice eyes. I believe they're glass eyes and they're pretty nice compared to like Fairylands, who sends their dolls with like the crappiest eyes ever, in my opinion. I'm sorry if that offends anyone. I hate the eyes that they send with Fairyland dolls. Like the basic eyes, not the upgrade eyes I've never gotten because I've never gotten a full set, but so they're probably nice, but the basic eyes they sent with, I am not a fan of. But the Lutz ones are pretty nice, so I kept her in those. I love her with those big brown eyes. I'm curious, I was asking on Instagram, but no one ever told me, because they must not have any, but I'm curious as to what Lutz's two darker tan shades look like. Like they're darker than this real skin brown. There's a light tan shade and just a tan shade. And I'm curious as to what they look like. Searching around on Instagram really didn't show me much at all. So I don't know, maybe I'll have to take a gamble and order one in one of those colors. So that's her. Next, I'll show you my problem child. So, this girl and we're not on good terms. If you remember, in my last video, I had gotten a Resinsoul Zun. And she was a little bit kicky. She liked to bend her knees a lot, and they always kicked right up. Well, it wasn't that big of an issue because she did stand straight. She can sit normal, and she had not a whole lot of problems. Just like when you were handling her, they had a tendency to kick up. This girl, on the other hand, because I thought, oh, if I order a Resinsoul, I'll probably have similar issues, but it won't be anything that I am upset about. So I ordered a Resinsoul Ya, which is basically a Resinsoul May without the elf ears. So here she is. She's really cute. It's a nice sculpt. And she's got those big brown eyes. I did have a different pair of eyes than her at one point, but I decided to go with these brown ones from Strike Aesthetics. And this is another Stio wig. I bought a whole bunch from them. However, this girl, her legs are pretty much permanently in this position. When you try to straighten them, and then move her like in any sort of way, they bend right back up. Sitting her down, they bend. So you can't like sit her like this because they'll kick up and she'll go, wah. They are actually, I did put, I asked Jimmy if he had any like wiring around his house when I got her, and because they were bothering me so much, and he did. So they actually are wired. Now the wire may not be as thick as it needs to be, so that could be part of the issue. I asked about it on DOA, and people in general said that Resinsoul strings this particular doll, I don't know if it's this particular doll or all their dolls, with too small of elastic, and that's what causes that. And to be honest with you, I don't know if I want to undertake fixing that. It does bother me a lot that she's like that. But like she can't stand at all. So, and I have to put her like on something where her legs can be bent over on my shelf. So that's really annoying too. I don't know. People have recommended I try thicker wire for her legs, and to try the hot glue sueding that you can do. So I may at some point try that, because I really don't want to have to restring her. I know that's someone made a post on BJD Addicts on Facebook asking why people are afraid to restring, and I don't know, maybe I'm just an anxious person that gets intimidated by that kind of thing. I don't want to take apart a doll and not be able to get the expensive doll back together. That would really make me upset. So I don't know, and I don't have any doll friends in real life that could help me if God forbid that did happen. So she's cute, but out of all of the dolls I've ever owned and currently own, these joints are the absolute worst ones, and she's the worst poser out of all the dolls that I've ever owned. She's a good price. She's not as cheap, actually, surprisingly, as the Dollys girls, but she's a mess. Okay. And then the last in that group of 5 was another Dollys girl. This girl is actually, she's not on the Dream Body. She's on the original Dollys MSD body. And her leg joint's all messed up right here. What is going on? Oh, well, I'll fix that later. She's on the original MSD body on the small bust, I believe. So I don't like it quite as much as the Dream Body, but it's not horrible either. It poses good, so, and it's double jointed. So this is Dollys Lilith. She's wearing a wig that I was so nicely gifted by Sleepy Sheepy Dreams. Was nice enough to gift me this wig that she had. She said she just had it lying around and she wasn't happy with it at all, and she thought I might be able to put it to use. And she's so kind to me always. So when she said that, I was like so thrilled. It's a little bit too small for this girl. You can see it doesn't go down quite as far as a wig should on a doll. So it doesn't fit her perfect. It's actually made for a Chibi, so a smaller size head than what this girl has. However, this particular Dolly's sculpt and another doll I'm going to show you later, they have smaller heads than like the majority of the Minifee hard cap wigs I buy. So they were just like falling off. I was putting like triple silicone caps under them and they were still falling off. So we're just gonna go with this one that's slightly too small. No one ever sees the back of her anyways. So, but this is, yeah, this is the Dollys Lilith. And she came with a face up, but I wiped it and gave her my own because it was really basic and not attractive at all. And that's no disrespect to the artist that did it, but it was just not my style. But yeah, she's got a little punky attitude to her. These eyes are from that Ursa, same Etsy shop. I can't remember exactly what their Etsy shop name is. But yeah, that's my Dolly's Lilith Tilly. She's a cutie. My little punk rock girl. Okay. So then I also got I was kind of like loving the little Monica dolls, because one thing I will say, the little Monica resin is like really nice. It feels really nice. It's if I compare it to another doll's resin that I've had before, it's kind of like what I've had before of Soul Doll. It's and I talked about it in Soul Doll box openings before. It's kind of like matte feeling. Does that make sense? Like, you know, like the soft touch matte finish on like boxes and like or a video game or stuff like that. That's what their resin feels like. And it's different than my other dolls, like my Minifees and my Dollys girls and stuff like that. So that's what it kind of feels like. And it just makes it feel, I don't know if it's more expensive when it feels that way, but that's what it feels like. That's what my mind thinks when I feel it, so I like it. But this is a little Monica, little Cerubia. So, and I can't remember what I named you, but she's also wearing eyes from that Ursa Etsy shop that I cannot remember the name of. It's like Ursa Flora or something like that. And this wig is from Stio. So that is her. Not much to say about her. She's a cutie. And then I'll show you the last little Monica girl. So like I said, I was on a little Monica kick. I really like their bodies quite a bit. I really like their torso joints. They're very flexible right there, which I like. Their knees are only single jointed, so they can't unfortunately sit on their legs without it looking weird, like they don't want to. And I think their arms are, yeah, their arms are single jointed too, but they're still really cute. Okay, so this girl's wearing my Ailish's old wig. This is a little Monica lariat. I don't know if she's a little lariat or just a lariat. I think it's just a lariat. I don't know if it's in, like the little in front of the other sculpts is because they have SD sculpts in the same look, kind of like with Feeples and Minifees. So, but I don't know if this girl has an SD version or not. I haven't really looked too much into it. But I gave her this wig that Ailish used to wear, and she's cute. I love her lips, they're so big. She's kind of got those popsicle lips that I love giving my dolls going on, but I love them. They're like big pucker lips. I love them. So, and then this girl I got very recently. She's just a head at the moment, and I'll show you why. I actually bought this girl solely for her body, because spoiler for a future doll in this video, I bought a Sleepy Sheepy, or a Sheepy Doll's Sheepy head, and I needed a body for it, and I heard that Dolly's bodies looked good on her with that head, so I bought one. But they didn't have any of the dream bodies in stock on Denver Doll, and I didn't want to wait, because Dolly's wait times are like, when I ordered a Dolly's before pre-order, it took like 9 months, and I am not into that wait time. So I just bought a full doll with actually did I buy 2? Oh, you know what? Sheepy is actually on a body that I bought by itself, because she's not on the dream body. All right, forget that. I bought this full doll for head. I'm going to show you in a minute. But I actually bought 2 full dolls. One of them had a face up. It was a Dollys Hilo. And it had a face up, and I was actually able to sell that very quickly. I listed this head, a Dolly's Hilly, but she didn't come with a face up, and even when I had her listed at $25 plus $5 shipping, so 30 bucks, no one wanted the poor girl. So I was like, you know what, I'm gonna give you a face up and a wig and see how I feel about you. And she's staying now because I like her. So this is my Dolly's Hilly. I named her Violet, and this beautiful wig, gorgeous wig. It's a viscose wig, but it's really high quality. It feels really nice, and the color blend is beautiful. This is actually from someone I just recently discovered on Instagram. His username is Hopeful Creation. It's either Hopeful Creation or Hopeful Creations. But he makes beautiful wigs in like Minifee size wigs, and this is a Minifee size wig. And he also makes Unoa size wigs and some other sizes too. But this girl with a silicone wig cap fits this wig fine. So that's her. I like how her face up came out. She looks cute with a body. I need to get her own body now, because until my Sheepy came today, I was just sticking her on that body, but Sheepy takes precedence, and we'll see her in a minute. She'll be the last doll I show you because she's the newest. So who should I show you next? I know there's more, but wait, there's more. So then I got this girl. This girl, I am not gonna lie to you. I bought this girl. Yeah, okay, so do you remember, if you're on Instagram, probably a year and a half or 2 years ago, there was a tag going around where you searched online for BJD with your name. So obviously my real name is Nicole, my like full name. And you posted that BJD randomly. So I went on a hunt one day when that tag was floating around, and I discovered the Mystic Kids Nicole. Well, she happens to be an MSD, which is what I mainly collect. And she looked really cute. So I was just browsing around online. I had a hankering for a new doll. I know I'm getting like a bazillion dolls at once, but I was very manic. yeah, I've been struggling with that. So I got her, and she came with a face up. I bought her from Junkie Spot, and she came with a face up. And I had intended to wipe it when she got here because I do pretty much all my face ups. But there's something so delicate and beautiful about her face up that I just could not wipe it. So I named her Iris, and she is just so soft and so pretty. I will redo her face up if it starts like chipping or something, because I don't know how durable this company face up is. This is my first Mystic Kids doll. Oh, girl. But so if I have to redo it, I will. But I really love her look for now with this company face up. I decided not to wipe it. This wig is from, I believe their Etsy shop name is Sekai no Tamago or something like that. He makes beautiful wigs. Absolutely beautiful. It's alpaca. It's very soft, very smooth, not too heavy. It's just a beautiful wig, very nicely made. Highly recommend it. It's pretty spendy, but they're beautiful. So that is Iris. My Dolly, not Dolly's, Mystic Kids Nicole. Next, what should I show you next? I think. Okay, so all I have left to show you, let's show you the Minifees that I got in. So these girls were not bought in this time period. I've had them on order. One of them I ordered December 31st, and the other one I ordered, the Minifee Carol, I ordered, it was like January 4th or something like that. I ordered her, and I ordered actually 2 full Carols and sold one of the heads, and kept a body. So one of my Minifee heads, floating heads, has a body. But let me show you the Carol first. She came in first. I think I was waiting on her in my last video, and she came in. It was like a little over a 4-month wait for her. So Fairyland was, I don't know if they still are, but they were quite behind. So this is my, I don't know what's happening with your pants here. This is my Minifee Carol. I named her Bunny. So Bunny is wearing a wig from Sleepy Sheepy Dreams. This is actually a sheepy sized wig, so it's a smaller wig. It is a little bit too small on her. However, let me show you how I can tell it's a little bit too small, because it doesn't go, like I said with the other wig, doesn't go all the way on her head. But she also had the chronic problem. This is one of the smallest Minifee heads. And the Minifee hard cap wigs that I had did not fit her. They fell right off, even with silicone wig caps. So I have her wearing this wig, and to keep it properly on her head, I have some sticky tack, like the poster tack, right under the wig on top of her head. So it stays on really well. But yeah, this is Bunny. She's wearing a beautiful clothing set from MK Dolls Art. They were 2 separate pieces when I bought them, but she had them modeled in the same picture when I ordered them. They were 2 new items. So, but she is beautiful. Have not seen too many of her around, and I think mine is the only custom face-up one I've seen so far. Just poking around the internet, whether it be Facebook or DOA or Instagram, because everyone else either has the full set dolls or they haven't given her face-ups yet. I don't think. I may have seen one other one recently. I can't remember. But this is my Minifee Carol Bunny. And then my other Minifee I have to show you is my Minifee Lucca. Now, this girl, it was her December 31st. And she pretty much just arrived, I think last week. She took 5.5 months. Yeah, pretty much. It was over 5 months to come in. So the longest I've ever waited for a Minifee. I miss the days where Minifees were ready after 28 days to a month. Because I had quite a few in the first year that I collected that did that. So I was kind of spoiled by that. But this is my Minifee Lucca. I am so happy with this girl. Isn't she beautiful? Oh, she's so pretty. So I named her, Vivi. And that, if you don't know, is a reference to a Final Fantasy character. I don't know if I think in my Get to Know Me video, I mentioned that I love Final Fantasy. I'm like obsessed with the series of video games, Final Fantasy. And there's a character in Final Fantasy IX, which was my very first Final Fantasy. He's a black mage and his name is Vivi. And he's one of my absolute all-time favorite Final Fantasy characters. His story is just, it's kind of heartbreaking, but it makes you hopeful at the end. Okay, I won't give it away. But I named her after him. So that is her. She's one of my new favorites, to be honest with you. She's just got this cute little charm about her. And this top is from Gavoloni Atelier on Etsy, who was so kind when I ordered from her, and she sent me a free birthday gift too, and a free set of eyes from, I believe her name is, or their name, I don't know, their gender, Ashura Dark, but they made eyes that I have too. I think they're in someone. Oh, they're these eyes that are in violet. They were small iris eyes. But, yeah. The pants are from, I believe these are from Belle Magni, who I love. She's so sweet. I love her, though. Vivi, you are a cutie. Okay. 2 more dolls, and then I'll show you Chibi. So these girls, I was on DOA one night, and I was browsing through the mini section on the forum for the MSD discussion, basically. And I saw people posting in the Doll in Mind thread. So I was just browsing through the different threads to kind of, you know, browse different dolls, kind of hear the chatter. I've actually, you know, I resisted going on DOA for so long, but it's really nice to just be able to talk to people. There's a place where you solely talk about dolls. Like everything there is strictly dolls. And it's just kind of nice. But I went in the Doll in Mind thread and I was reading people's posts, and I knew that Doll in Mind had gone out of business. I believe it was last March or April. I think either that or the year before. I know they had gone out of business and were selling their heads cheaper. But I knew that since then, there were accounts that organized pre-orders for some of their head sculpts. Like, because the artist behind Doll in Mind agreed to do still pre-orders of the doll if they could get a certain number of people to order them at once. So people would organize these pre-orders, and people on Instagram, over on Instagram, I believe the last person that organized one was Carmel BJD, who's in Russia. So they organized some pre-orders for some Doll in Mind heads. And I had known about that. I wasn't able to get in on that at the time, that they were ordering them. But I have for a very long time wanted a Doll in Mind Lorena, and I missed out when Doll in Mind was doing their going out of business sale. I didn't have quite enough money at the time, so I passed on her. And it just never lined up where I had the money. So I was on this thread and someone mentioned that they ordered a head from the Doll in Mind website, and I was like, what? So I went and did some investigating, and I went to Doll in Mind's old website, who, to my unknowingness, was still up, and they were selling some heads on the website, on their website. They had some heads available. Some said sold out, and some just set a price and you could order them. So they had a Lorena, or they had Lorena listed as for sale, and they had Flone H. Flone, the original Flone was sold out. It was listed on there, but it was sold out. And then the Flone H was which is the, I don't even know if I'm saying her name right, but the Flone H is the human version of Flone, because Flone has the big, beautiful elf ears. But they had both of those in stock, and I had been interested in both of those sculpts. And so I was like, I don't know, is this, like, are they actually still for sale? I was so confused. But I said, you know what? Fuck it. And I just ordered them. And I wasn't sure, like, did I just, you know, like, spend money on something that isn't even actually in stock, or I can't actually get, like, is the website broken? And I was like, well, I'm paying with PayPal, so if it is, I can get my money back eventually. Well, I posted about it on that DOA thread, and someone commented back, and it said, apparently, when Doll in Mind does these pre-orders that people set up with, where they order so many, they always put the extras from those pre-orders on their website just to sell them. So I got lucky and bought 2 in stock, already made heads from their website. And not even 2 days later, I got an email from the artist that said, thank you for your order. Did you want the Flone head in white skin or normal skin? Because when you, on their order pages, it didn't give you a skin option. It didn't even say what skin they were. And I was like, oh, can I please have normal skin? And if I can ask, what color is the Lorena that I ordered? And they said that he emailed me back and said that was also in normal skin. So I was so excited. And they shipped from Korea. They shipped EMS. And I had been hearing that EMS was super delayed coming out of Korea at the moment, which I think it still is, honestly, because of the coronavirus. But I got lucky, and mine showed up, I want to say it took 10 days for them to show up. No, these were just heads I bought, and these were the dolls that I bought, the Hilly and the Hilo, just for their bodies, because they work really nicely on the Dolly's Dream bodies. The resin color is almost a near match, like kind of shockingly so. So this is the Flone H. This is another wig from Sekai no Tamago on Etsy. And here's this girl. I named her Maisie. So she's got fuzzies in front of her eyes, but this is Maisie, my Flone H, so the Flone human. She got the human ears. They're kind of like big ears, which I kind of love. But that's her. She's wearing a top and shorts from Galvaloni Atelier. And she's just super cute. And then this girl, okay. This girl, I know, look at that wig. This girl made it into my top 5 favorite dolls once she was here, and I gave her a face up in this wig. So she's now my 4th. Someone asked me on Instagram, I did that questions thing the other night, and I was like, ask me questions, and someone asked me what my favorite dolls were. And when I listed them all out and sat there and thought about it, this is my 4th favorite doll at the moment. So this is my doll of mine, Lorena. Isn't she beautiful? This beautiful wig is from Milk Legs Dolls on Instagram. Now, if you've been with me and watching me for a long time, you will know that last year, I think it was early last year, around March or so, I ordered 2 Milk Legs wigs from Etsy, actually. And when I got them in, I was very disappointed with them. They were beautiful. Like, as you can see, she does a beautiful job dyeing the alpaca. Her colors are absolutely gorgeous. And the quality of the alpaca is really nice too. But the head caps at the time she just did not have a good way of making them. And they didn't fit the dolls well. I believe when she makes them, she doesn't have a Minifee that she actually uses to make them. She uses, I think it's a Doll Zone doll, I'm not really sure. But she was just using, it was kind of like a foam head cap, and it just did not fit the dolls well, and I was really disappointed. And I actually ended up selling those at a loss to Sighthound Lady, who was familiar with those wigs and was actually going to like harvest the alpaca from it and try to make something new from it eventually. So Milk Legs had recently been posting new wigs on Instagram because I've continued to follow her because the colors in her work are absolutely beautiful. So she had been posting new wigs a lot, and people were getting them, and they were seeming to be really pleased with them. So I was like, you know what? Maybe she's improved them since then. I'm gonna try it. So I ended up, I believe this was back in April. I ended up doing a pre-order, like a custom order for one of the wigs that she had already made in this color, or this type of color. And she agreed to make me another one. And when it got here, I am so pleased to say I 100% can recommend her wigs now. Totally way better than what they were last year. If you've tried her wigs before and have kind of been burnt on them, try them again because she's greatly improved it. Now, I will say, if you are allergic to latex, you're gonna have problems with this because it's a latex soft cap. So it's kind of, you okay? Yeah, the Lorena has that problem. Hold on. So if you fiddle with her, she has a faceplate system, and if you fiddle with her too much, her wig, that faceplate will go. It's happened a couple times. But let me just show you the wig since I'm talking about it. This is the wig cap, and it's a silicone wig cap. And it fits the dolls so much better. So much better. It's still not perfect, but you know what? Minifees have such varying head sizes that it doesn't have to be. And like I said, this isn't even a Minifee. And it fits. It fits so nice. So if you were delaying on buying from her because you heard bad things, definitely go order one now because she's improved on it so much. And if she ever watches this, I hope you don't fault me for kind of being honest with, because when I first got this wig, I posted about it on Instagram, And I worry that I kind of made her feel bad by posting that her wigs had gotten much better. But because she made a story that says that she was really struggling with that last year, and she was trying to make it work even though she knew it wasn't. And then she tried something new later. So I'm really proud of her for doing that because she greatly improved on it, and her wigs are great now. They're awesome prices. I paid 50 pounds. Is it pounds or euros? They come from Great Britain. But she charges, they come out to like 65 US dollars shipped, which is really good for a beautiful alpaca wig like this. So highly recommend her shop. Check her out on Instagram if you haven't already, Milk Legs Dolls. But that's my doll of mine, Lorena, who I adore. I hope you guys like her. She's wearing a top from Salmonella. Salmonella Arts on, I think it's Salmonella Arts. I always forget. It's Salmonella X on Instagram, but it's just beautiful top. It's from her. Okay. I think I can get to the final doll that just came today. Okay, so today in the mail, my sheepy came, my sheepy head. I feel very fortunate to have gotten her. So while I was buying dolls, I was looking around and I was basically looking for excuses to spend money. And, you know, I had watched her 2 pre-orders go by, and I thought she was really cute, but at the time I just didn't have the money when they were up for pre-order. And, you know, I actually, something out of my character, late one night decided to message Sheepy and asked her if she happened to have any sheepies left for sale, because I was on her website and she had a couple listed, but I didn't know if her website was updated, because she typically doesn't update her website unless she just is selling wigs or something, or just listed something on there. And so I messaged her and asked her if they were actually available still. And she said no, but she did have some heads left. So she had a sheepy head in peachy skin, I think it was called. And so I bought it. And she's so cute. Look how cute she is. And that was the thing you heard flopping on the table earlier at the very beginning of the video, was one of her horns. They are magnetized, and this particular one has a little bit of a harder, that like when she has no wig on, they stay on really well, but with the wig on, they are kind of like looser. So if you fling her around a lot, it will come undone. She's wearing a Salmonella wig. That's actually in the Maji size that I ordered. Isn't she cute? I love her. I was torn between making this video tonight and doing her face up, but the humidity is really not good tonight, so I'm gonna hold off on her face up and decide to make the video instead. She's so cute. She's wearing Shrike Aesthetics eyes, which I need to order more eyes soon because I have other dolls incoming that don't have any eyes to wear. So I'm gonna have to fix that probably at the beginning of July. But isn't she adorable? I love her so much. I posted pictures of her little box opening on Instagram today, so go check it out. She has some really cute details. Let me show if I can show you actually, because they're really cute. She's so nicely made, and you can tell Sheepy put so much love into this doll. So she has, let me take her off. Let me take off her wig. I'm using a little bit of putty on the wig to keep it on, because I put a silicone wig cap on her and that worked too, but it made the magnets really weak because obviously there was another layer between them. So I just use a little bit of silicone, not silicone, sticky tack to keep her head on. But let me show you. She has a faceplate. And then in there, I don't even know if you can see this. It says Chibi. And behind the S hook is a heart. That's so cute. That is such a cute touch. And there's actually, underneath this eye putty, there's another little heart. And I think that is the sweetest little touch. And she has a nice little resin coated back plate here. And you can see her magnets. And I believe Lemon Jelly, her, I think they're fiancés, helped her make this. So it was she was like a little, and she actually came with eyes that Lemon Jelly made, free eyes. So that was really sweet too. But I wanted something more realistic in her. So I went with these ones instead. But she is so sweet. And I am so excited to do her face up. I'm in a really good place right now with all my dolls. Obviously, who wouldn't be in a good place with 50 trillion new dolls? And I do still have some dolls on order that I ordered that will be here eventually. And I'll show you guys them when they come. 2 of them are actually on their way now, but I'll leave that for the next video. If you're on Instagram, you know who they are, but I'll leave that for the next video as far as YouTube goes. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Babbled for an hour, and it was an hour almost solid of me showing you new dolls. That's freaking horrible. The manic spending has stopped now, thank God. And I'm going to be paying it off for a very long time. Credit cards are dangerous. Anyways, but I'm happy to have them all. If I need to sell them at some point, they're there. I definitely have ones that I love more than the others, and some that are more important to me than the other ones. So, but I feel like that's something that comes with having a large collection. So it's pretty normal. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Let me know what you think of any of the dolls I showed you in the comments down below. Have you gotten any dolls recently? Please let me know. If you make videos, make sure you tell me. I'll subscribe to your channel. And yeah, I think that's it. I will hopefully see you guys again soon. Thank you guys so much for watching if you made it to the end. And yeah, I'll see you guys next time. Bye!